What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about why you're confused, why you shouldn't be, and how he actually feels. Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below, and if you want to work with yours truly or get my course, Attraction Academy, which goes into a lot more detail than I'm going to let on in this video, please just click the links below down in the description. So, ladies, the reason I'm making this video is because everyone will call me as a client. I'm going to kind of role play and tell you how this goes. So I call the client and I'll say, hey, it's Elliot. How are you doing? How are you doing today? And they will say, well, I'm great. I'm great. How are you? You can't be great. You're talking to me, so something's wrong. Yeah, I'm a little confused. And then she gives me her story, the background. I start asking questions, and it always dawns on me. It's like, why are you confused? But I know why, okay? And that's kind of what I'm going to explain here, and I'm going to explain how he actually feels. So, ladies, a lot of the times you have a like bias. You like a guy and you justify his actions, and you want clarity before actually letting go. This is all extremely normal. I totally understand. The problem, though, is you're not using a clear lens, an outside perspective on what's actually going on. Because I see it clear as day. I'm like, oh, this guy's not interested. But you don't. And it's because of all the things he said in the beginning. It's all the things he's done. It's the future planning, the texting, the consistency, the initiating, the sex, the dates, the weeks you've been talking. He has to like you, right? Well, Here's how it usually goes down, okay? And I kind of want to explain this. I know I explained it in other videos, but it's very fundamental. If you have not watched those videos, or if you're maybe new here and or you haven't heard from a while or heard about this in a while, I'm going to explain it here, okay? So it's context. And here's what, before you click off, here's what I mean by that. In the beginning, context is not created, meaning the seriousness, the vibe, the things you guys do and say that creates this vibe between you two. It's not there yet. It's just two people who are interested in each other's assets. And assets doesn't have to be just sexual. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be mental, it could be filling a void. It could be, hey, we have amazing chemistry, or hey, this is very casual and convenient, I like it, or hey, we have a lot in common and she's cool to hang out with. It could be anything. It could be anything that someone, an advantage or an asset or a benefit that someone gets from someone else. That's what it is. And in the beginning, the context is not created. It's just two people going after these type of things, okay? However, over time, the natural desire for these assets creates context, meaning I do have to reach out. I do have to prove myself to you. I do have to initiate. I do have to ask you out on a date. I do want to have sex with you. And then consistency and this happening over time, it starts to create context. And when the context is created, now these assets come at a cost. And this cost is dependent on if he's actually on the same page as you, and if he actually wants the same thing as you. I guess the same thing. If he wants the same thing with you. If he does want a relationship, and he is emotionally available, and he does like you enough to want to commit and be your boyfriend, it's just going to coast naturally into a relationship, okay? If he doesn't want that, then these assets now come at a cost, meaning if I keep on doing these things, it's telling her I'm on the same page when I'm not. And this is usually a guy who sees the benefit more in being single. Maybe he's talking to multiple women. Maybe he's unsure about you. Maybe he's emotionally unavailable. Like whatever it is, okay? Maybe he's talking to you and another woman. He can't choose between you. Maybe it's long distance and he doesn't want to commit to a long distance relationship. He just likes what it is because that's what's most beneficial for him. Ladies, at the end of the day, a guy is going to go towards the path of least resistance. The guy is going to go towards what is most advantageous. If he is looking for a relationship, it's most advantageous for him to continue what he's doing with you and to commit. Okay? If he doesn't want a relationship, if he's not on the same page, it's most advantageous for him to either cut it off, right? Maybe he bit off more than he can chew. Maybe he painted this really good picture of a relationship. He can't deliver. He's emotionally unavailable, whatever it is. So he plays mind games, pulls away, he's starting to act different. He's, again, flips. He does 180. He's just a totally different guy all of a sudden. It's because he's unsure about you. It's because there's other women in the picture. It's because he doesn't want a relationship. It's because he's emotionally unavailable. It's because he'd rather have his cake and eat it too. He'd rather talk to you and talk to other women. He doesn't see the benefit in jumping into a relationship with you. So there's no reason for you to be confused. Now, again, I know the reason you are. It's because, well, he said all these things. He did all these things. We've been talking for months. He told me he doesn't love you, first off, but he told me I don't care. I don't care what he did 95% of the time. At the last 5%, as in now, the present time, he's unsure. He's acting different. He's putting himself in a position to lose you. He's putting himself into a position to lose you. So he's either unsure about you or he's taking you for granted. He's taking you for granted. This is why I talk about it in my course all the time. You have to give the guy the ultimatum at 6 to 8 weeks. I do not feel sorry for a woman after 6 weeks. I just don't. I don't. Because you need to give the guy the ultimatum. Okay, you need to cut him off. And if whatever happens after that, like let's say you're 3 months in and he hasn't committed, well, what are you expecting? Why would he? You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So there's no reason for him to commit. There's no urgency. There's no threat in you leaving. I would, like I said, guys go towards what's most advantageous. I would do the same thing. So ladies, you got to give the guy the ultimatum. I don't care if the guy, again, you might be confused because you say, well, but he still initiates. He still texts. Whenever I reach out, he responds. Whenever I ask to see him, he always says, yeah. Well, of course he does. It's for the assets. Of course, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Ladies, at 6 to 8 dates, a man knows right then and there what he wants from, he knows way before that. But how much more time does a guy need? 6 to 8 dates, that's what I'm trying to say. It's plenty of time. It's enough time to know what he wants from you. If you were still talking to a guy after 2 months and he is not committed, congratulations, you're one of the 4 women he is talking to who he's stringing along, okay? As simple as that. So there's no reason to be confused. If a guy wants a relationship, you will know. If a guy treats you casual, you will know, okay? So that being said, ladies, I love you all. Take care and peace.